you guys like TV shows and movie reviews, then stay tuned.
Hi everybody and welcome back. This is 7-Minute Movie Problems on your favorite channel, 7-Minute Reviews. Sponsored by our talk show. I almost forgot what talk show I'm on. So today I wanted to talk about Back to the Future and the whole heaping load of problems throughout the trilogies. They're one of my favorite movies. I love them, hence the reason why I wanted to do these first. We'll probably do some stuff later on. Big problem number one, okay? And we'll start out with the first movie where you get your whole cast. Okay, you get Biff, you get the father, the mother, you know, Marty McFly, Doc, and that's it. Now, your big plot is the dad, who's, I don't want to say wimpy, but he's kind of a pushover, unfortunately. So it makes him really easy to manipulate, hence the bully Biff, who's pretty much been a bully his whole life and stuff like that. But when they go back, they do a bunch of stuff, run through, play the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Excuse me.
Get to go back to the future. When they get back there, everything's changed. Nothing's the same. Biff's cleaning cars. His dad.
Now, Biff, I want to make sure that we get 2 coats of wax this time, not just 1.
Just finishing up the second coat now.
Now, Biff, don't con me.
His dad's a successful novelist because he came to him in the middle of the night and his like.
To it, you can accomplish anything.
Oh, Marty, here's your keys.
Right, and then that's where it ends. Back to the Future 2 start. They walk outside with the girlfriend, and bam, Doc just runs through their trash cans, right, for no reason. Like, hey Doc, who's gonna pick that shit up, right? Because I'm not gonna pick it up. And he's like, oh, Marty, you need to go with us. Bring Jennifer. It involves her. Blah blah blah. And then he puts her to sleep. So as soon as they get to the future, she starts asking too many questions and just neuralizes her ass.
Babe, I bet it's a big house with lots of kids and... How many kids? God, what the hell are you doing?
Relax, Marty. It's just a sleep-inducing alpha rhythm generator. She was asking too many questions and no one should know too much about their future.
Right. They go to the future. They're there 15, 20 minutes, deal with some bullshit problem. Marty deals with another version of Biff, which is supposed to be Biff's grandson, played by the same actor because they ran out of budget. Apparently, couldn't hire anybody else for any of the movies, do any cameos or anything like that. It was just straight those 5 people. When they go to leave, Jennifer's missing because instead of leaving her in the car, they put her on the street, just a sleeping woman on the side of the street. Now, you wouldn't do that today, right? Because that just wouldn't be a thing. That's setting up the plot, right? Is they have to go find Jennifer in the future. Future Biff gets a hold of the time machine because they leave the fucking door open. Who leaves their time machine unlocked? Like, that's not, oh, just leave the time machine all unlocked. And forget that, right? Forget leaving it unlocked. How do you know how to fly? How do you know to get to 88 mile an hour to even get back to the past? They're just sitting there driving around for like 30 minutes, like, not going fast enough. After all that, they go back to the future. Everything's wrong. Okay. Biff was this high-powered casino person. It was all gloom, doom, tore up, bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Biff Tannen Museum, dedicated to Hill Valley's #1 citizen and
And then you get them trying to figure out where he went back in time too.
Point in time, somewhere in the past, the timeline skewed into this tangent, creating an alternate 1985. Alternate to you, me, and Einstein, but reality for everyone else.
Went up to the hotel room, talked with Biff. Biff told him, which is crazy all in itself, because why did Biff go back to that night? All right, where he already was. I mean, frankly, we know why it was. It was to fill story, basically. It's like, oh, we'll just connect everything and do a Doctor Who-esque, Rick and Morty thing. But it doesn't work. We finally move on to the last movie because he got struck by lightning and had to go back to 1885 and go back. And of course, there's another Biff type character played by the same guy who played Biff, because they couldn't come up with anything else. Like, oh, who are we gonna be the evil guy now? So they're like, oh, well, we got Biff. We'll just pay him another $10 and he'll do it. Back there, punctures a hole in the car, and the gasoline leaks out all the gas, right? Then they tried using alcohol to run the car, knowing that that wasn't going to work, right? But instead of just going back to the original car that was already there, getting the gasoline from that, they're like, oh, we're going to steal a train. Even though, they just left some people out in the middle of the tracks. Seriously, who would want to walk that far back to a train station after it's already went through?
Trying to explain to people who get robbed.
Hey, can I get a refund on my ticket, please? Because the locomotive got robbed. They crashed at the end so they could go back in time or go forward in time or whatever.
Clara,
Hi, Marty.
Ma'am! These are our boys! Jules! And Vern! Boys, this is Marty and Jennifer.
Just to have the damn thing destroyed. Just for him to come back with a fucking train made into a time machine. Where'd he get the parts? How do you... I'm confused. And you saw the kids? The kids were like 4 and 16 or whatever. Fucking kids were already old as shit, so it's like, how long did it take you to build this train? Right? Just to come to the point, how'd you know I was standing here? I left and came back. Like, this makes no sense. So there's a lot of problems with this movie, but basically I guess what I'm trying to say is I think Avengers got it right.
So Back to the Future's a bunch of bullshit?
Thank you for watching 7 Minute Problems on 7 Minute Reviews. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube and our talk show on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitch. Yeah, Twitch. No TikTok anymore. Stay tuned.